Hi, my name is Alan from Alan Re Property. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about mixed development. I assume most of you will know what is mixed development, or some call it integrated development. In the past years, we have some very exciting mixed development being put up for sale. Most recently, we have the Reserve Residence in the Beauty World area. If you can recall, Reserve received an overwhelming response from buyers. Not forgetting, we also have Poiz Residences that was located next to Poiz Residences MRT station. It witnessed an impressive 85% take-up rate on the first weekend. Some of you have asked me to do a video on this segment. Here, I will study 3 mixed developments and compare them with their surrounding condominiums. They are launched almost at the same time, so that our comparison can be meaningful. Take note, this may not be the best way to compare. As you know, there are a lot of different conditions I need to factor in. But I think this is the least I can do to compare their performance on an apple-to-apple basis. Without further ado, let's go. The first mixed development we are going to study is the Poiz Residence. This is a 731 units development with a retail mall on the ground floor. Location-wise, it's right above Potong Pasir MRT station. It's on 99 years lease and TOP in 2018. For our study, I will only select 3 bedrooms data for comparison, so that our numbers can be consistent across all properties. Poiz was launched between 2015 to 2018. I've averaged out the 3 bedroom transactions over this period, and the average price is 1444 PSF. Similarly, I averaged out the 3 bedroom transaction in 2023, and the average PSF is 1933 PSF. This means this is a 34% difference. Does it make any sense to you? Definitely not. Let's compare another comparable property to have some perspective. Poiz Residences is located further upwards along the northeast line, and the nearest MRT station is Sengkang MRT station. It is also on 99 years lease, and there are 519 units. TOP in 2020. Poiz Residences was launched between 2016 to 2019. This is not too far off from Poiz Residences. Its average launch price was 1475 PSF. Subsequently, the prices have increased to 1876 PSF in 2023. This means this is a 27% difference. Can we safely say that Poiz outperformed Poiz Residences? To the layman, maybe this is a big yes, but to me, I'm very meticulous one. I will dive a little deeper into it. The average profit for Poiz for the 3 bedroom is 372,000. Whereas Poiz would gain 307,000 instead. Does this mean Poiz achieved better return? Here, what I can only say is that the timing of the purchase, the date of the sale, the size and layout of the property, and the various attributes of the development may affect its respective performance. Hence, let us compare them on an analyzed basis to account for the time horizon. This will give us a fairer way to analyze each property. Both Poiz and Poiz would surprisingly achieve a similar analyzed return at 4.5%. This shows that their performance are on par. The second mixed development is Sengkang Grand Residence. This is a 680 units development with a retail mall on the lower floor and also a hawker center. It is also conveniently located near Buangkok MRT station and Buangkok bus interchange. It is on 99 years lease and TOP this year. Sengkang Grand was launched between 2019 to 2022. The average price for 3 bedroom is 1753 PSF. Back then, this was considered very high for the Sengkang address. Today, there are not many resale transactions for the 3 bedrooms. So far, the only unit that measured 936 square feet was sold for 1946 PSF. This means the seller made a decent 228,000 profit after holding it for 4 years. This translates to an annualized return of 3.6%. Anyway, let us use this sole transaction for our study. Let me compare it against Affinity at Serangoon. It's located along Serangoon North Avenue 1 and comprises 1,012 condo units. It was launched almost the same time as Sengkang Grand. Its average launch price was 1572 PSF. Today in 2023, prices have increased to 1766 PSF. This means this is a 12% difference. This is almost similar to Sengkang Grand. However, if we compare against the average profit, Sengkang Grand achieved an average profit of 228,000. There are some difference here due to the size and such. Anyway, Affinity achieved 279,000 in profit. In terms of annualized return, Affinity did better at 4.4% against Sengkang Grand at 3.6%. What does all this mean? Well, it means Affinity price was lower when it was initial launch. Sengkang Grand prices was $200 per square feet higher to account for its integrated development appeal. However, one must also note that the upcoming Serangoon North MRT station that was announced later in 2019 will have benefited owners in Affinity, especially so for those that have bought before the announcement. The last mixed development we are going to study is North Park Residence. This is a 920 units development with a retail mall on the lower floors and integrated with Yishun bus interchange. It's located along Yishun Central 1 and linked to Yishun MRT station. It's on 99 years lease and TOP in 2018. North Park was launched between 2015 to 2018. The average price for 3-bedroom is 1338 PSF. Back then, this was considered very high in Yishun locality. I can still recall you can get a freehold condo such as the Caros in Lentor for 1,100 per square feet back in those days. Sidetrack here, let us assume if you have bought Caros instead, what will be your return today? The average price in 2015 was 1142 PSF for the typical 3-bedroom. Today, it should be around 1,007 PSF. This means this is a 49% difference. Impressive return in just 8 years. Back to North Park, the average resale price is 1753 PSF or the 31% difference. Here, let me compare against Symphony Suites along Yishun Close. It's on 99 years lease and comprised 660 units. Ethiopia in 2018. It was launched almost the same time as North Park, but they are way apart. Why? Let's look into the numbers. Its average launch price was 1053 PSF. Today price is hovering around 1229 PSF. This means prices has increased by 17%. If we compare against North Park sales performance seems to be doing better. It made an average of 320,000 as compared to Sympathy at a pathetic 94,000 over the years. If we break it up into annualized return, North Park did an impressive 4.5%, which is very decent as compared to Symphony 1.9%, which in my opinion has barely break even with a small, humble profit. Why is this so? I look further and realize that the 3 bedrooms measure 73 to 85 square meter. I mean, this is too small for comfort, especially Big Brother HDB flats are typically 93 square meter in sizes. This also explains why North Park outperformed. Lesson learned. Don't buy into something you wouldn't want to stay for yourself. This is simple logic. In conclusion, based on the above data, there don't seem to be any distinctive advantage for the mixed development to be making more money than a typical condo based on the analyzed return. Yes, one may argue that you have the extra convenience of staying above a mall. Well, that also means a premium price you need to pay. But that doesn't translate to better profit when you hit the resale market. So next time when you invest into any mixed development, a good rule of thumb is to look at both the new launch price and the surrounding resale in the vicinity. Study them well. Ask yourself, does it make sense to you? Who knows? Buying a resale condo just like Caros may be a better bet instead. Anyway, there will be another exciting mixed development in Tampines come 2024. This site was sold to UOL, Singland and CapitaLand Consortium that submit the highest bid of 885 PSF PPR for this GLS site. At such prices, this is what I call low side prices. If we compare it against the last few GLS sites, they are already trending at 1002 PSF. Here, what will be the future selling price since the developer break-even is 1661 PSF? Will it be selling at 2003 or 2004 per square feet? Seriously, I don't know. What I only know is that when they buy this site at such cheap price, they really Huat half the way. That's all. Hope you enjoyed this video once again. Any comments? Feel free to comment in the description below. See you soon.